I thought we did some good things. They're a very good football team, and when you play against that team, you got to make some plays when you have chances to make plays. I thought we did some things good on offense, and some things not so good. Defensively, I thought we played with energy early, and then they kind of wore us down at the end. And they're a good football team.
Can you talk about Kyle's performance tonight?
Yeah, he had opportunities. I think he'll be disappointed when he looks at the film, but I mean, he's a young kid going against the best defense in the country, and it's frustrating a little bit. Obviously for him, he took a lot of hits tonight, which is not good. Showed his toughness, so he's tough enough to play against the big boys, and hopefully as he looks at the film, we'll just get better and better.
Is he staying in the pocket as much as you like?
Say it again.
Is he staying in the pocket as much as you like?
Some of the time, it's hard to really answer that question. Ask me that after I look at the film, but I think he, gets a little bit rushed sometimes, which is natural to do. At the same time, I think he, when he is trying to do that, then we break down somewhere else. So it's a combination of everything to me right now in the passing game. I thought Darius did a really good job. Again, he's a gamer. And the offensive line, I thought, gave us enough time to do it. We just didn't throw and catch.
Did you see something on tape that you thought that draw would be that effective?
Well, I knew that they weren't worried about it, and we knew that it's been a great play over the years for us. We made a little adjustment this offseason on how we run it, and I think some of that is the reason we're having success. And I think I think the O-line, like I said, is doing a good job, and Zach's doing a good job.
You mentioned Darius. Can you talk about his one-handed catch?
Yeah, well, Darius is just high school. He was the same way. He made plays, and he's a gamer. I just wish we had ways to get him the ball a little bit more. We just need to reevaluate and do that. He has done a great job this year, and he really started off last year as a true freshman until he broke his collarbone, looking like he was going to do that too.
And what talked about at the end of the first half, June, in terms of being aggressive. I mean, I think the drive started out in 10 or 11.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the
one that ended up with a field goal.
Yeah, the one we ended up with a field goal.
Just
yeah, I was when we started so low. I mean, back in our end, I was going to keep it real conservative with the play calling until we got it out a little bit because I didn't want to lose the game right there. And what happened was we made a couple plays. I think they got one penalty in that drive too that kept it going. And we had a chance. When we look at the film, you're going to see we had a chance to throw a touchdown pass there, and we just missed it. Hey, that showed some courage just to take it down and get it to 14-10.
You talked about TCU being the best defense in the country. Considering that and the fact that Zach set another career high, how much is he surprising you from one week to the next, especially since he was a little hobbled early in the week?
It has, over the years, he's kind of the type of back that's been successful for me, and I knew that when we recruited him. He came here both as a running back and a linebacker, and when we thought he would back up Jagarrett and Yuri and sit on the bench for 2 years, we don't have enough players that can sit on the bench. We had to get him on the field, so I said we're moving him to running back, and I'm glad we did. He's got a little inside quickness, and he's big enough to block, a defensive end if he had to. He's a real physical player.
You feel good enough about the direction you're headed that you're past the moral victory?
Oh yeah, definitely. The biggest thing that for this game to me, and I tried to play it down, as you guys know, in the media big time, because it was exciting to see the energy on the campus and the energy in the city about the game. But as I kept telling the players, this is the big time. You want to be in the big time. You got to learn how to perform in this type of arena, and doing it and getting the chance to do it. You learn how to win. And I told them last week that the most important thing was that we have fun tonight, that we play hard, but we got 2 conference games after this one, and so let's let it hang out and enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride, and you know, that's really what you got to do. And people, I think a lot of guys always ask me, you know, about, I let media in my, you know, there's 2 cameras in my locker room, there's 2 cameras, you know, there's a rhyme and reason to that whole thing. The kids have to know how to act around the media, how to act. If they get to the point where we're going to be winners, they're going to know how to deal with that. And so going to ESPN and playing on Friday night is not a big deal. We've got cameras in our locker room, in our meetings, and everything else during the week, and they didn't react. They didn't play scared, and I think some of that is all the way that the coaches and the way we allow the access to learn how to be in the big time. You know?
And is that one of the steps to taking it to the next level, not playing scared against TCU?
Right, exactly.
You
I
guys
think you get into big games, you gotta know how to act, you know, and haven't been a lot of them around here for very long. It was fun to see the energy in the boosters and the fans in the stadium that hasn't been here for a long time, and that was worth all of it.
You had that lead in the 3rd quarter.
Mhm.
The next play, the big kick return. How much?
Yeah, I thought that was really the biggest turning point in the game. You know, you know, the crowd was just getting in the game. We're 17-14, and then took the wind out of everything. Not only the sideline, but the crowd. You know, the energy of the game kind of disappeared right there. That was a big play, and that's what, you know, you try to teach the kids that the next play, you know, we're all excited about a touchdown. Well, the next play is the biggest play, and you got to understand that, and that certainly was that one.
What about Sterling Moore tonight?
Sterling Moore, I told Teddy Thompson, I said he's going to play in the National Football League. He was here today. I mean, Sterling Moore is a football player, just like Zach. He will play in the National Football League. He's a good football player.
It's not another example of how you're still lacking a little bit in depth.
Yeah. It shows up in some of those. Did you see our starters running down on, you know, field goals and kicks? Not many, you know, other teams are doing that. Our depth is where we're hitting. But you know, we knew that. We knew we had to do it for this game because they're talented, you know, and so we try to limit that. But you know, we're one recruiting class and a half a class. You know, to be able to redshirt guys. You know, if you look at their roster, how many red shirts they have, you know. I think Washington State we counted them up, 52 redshirted players. I mean, we don't have many redshirted players in 3 years, you know, and that's you know, still the depth issue coming up. But we're getting closer. We're a young football team, and the guys are learning how to play and compete. And as we get a year and a half of class, we're going to be, I think, in pretty good shape.
Anything else?
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks for